Alright everyone, welcome to another retro review. Today I have the Radioshack radio-controlled Sherman tank. I have not yet determined the age of this exact one. They had them out for several years. I picked this up online. I paid, I think it was $25.81. It's in the box. And the box itself is actually still really nice. It says it can climb up to 45 degrees. That's pretty impressive, but I would imagine the plastic tracks would make that a little tough to accomplish. Handheld 27 megahertz transmitter lets you control tank forward, left, right, and stop. Heavy duty construction lets it survive many battles. Authentic looking design in army green, 13 inches long. It just kind of repeats all the way around. This side has a little rip in it. Opening the box. Before I set this aside, it does have the original Radioshack tag. It was originally $39.95. I will be leaving that tag intact. I have the original instruction booklet, printed in Singapore, but I don't see a date on it. We probably printed the same book for several years, so this is kind of how it is sometimes with vintage toys. There's not going to be a date. Now I can move my prototype batteries I made for another vehicle. Inside the box, it's neatly packaged. We have 3 blocks of foam that have held up very well over the years. This thing smells like a really old radio, and I love that smell. It just smells like old electronics. We have the barrel, which consists of 2 plastic pieces, the muzzle itself, the part that actually goes onto the turret, and it looks like an aluminum sleeve. We have the tank itself. Although dusty, it is in pretty much immaculate condition. I gotta love the sound of the antenna. It's kind of bopping around in the hole. Definitely does have that vintage vibe to it. And in the battery compartment, it takes 4C batteries and 1 9-volt. This is made by Nico back in the day. There's their really old Nico logo with the kids playing on top of the globe. I don't know why this sticker is the only one that has wear on it. It's not even in a place that something would rub. Very strange. Anyway, go ahead and I'll put the barrel on our turret. That's actually a pretty good looking tank. Alright, setting this down on our blue mat, we have our transmitter, which it's a tight fit in there. Let's set the box down. Alright, taking a look at our transmitter, you actually have some vintage styling cues such as the stickers that tell you the direction, you know, the shiny foil stickers. You can just tell it's vintage. It has a very long, unusually thin telescopic antenna. Oh, here we go. We actually have 2 dates, 1985 and 1984. So I'm going to guess that she's an 85 using the new sticker on the old plastics. Because I'm sure they just mass produced the plastics. That screw is actually loose. Somehow worked its way loose. I saw it was sticking up a little bit. That actually holds in the left thumbstick, so that's nice and tight now. This takes a 1 9-volt battery. And I have a full complement of rechargeable batteries, which I try to keep on hand at all times for this exact purpose. I mainly use the Tenergy batteries because they're reliable and they're very cheap. But just for testing's sake, I'm going to use regular old batteries in the tank. And I'm going to be using a classic. Diehards. Can't even get these anymore. Since Sears is going under, I originally bought the Diehards to power my Johnny 5 because I thought it would be funny. Since in the second movie he uses a Die-Hard battery to save his own life after being damaged. But, I don't really use Johnny 5. I only used him for one bit on YouTube, and he's just sat there collecting dust ever since. Oh well. These are very strong springs. Very strong. Which means we're going to get a good connection. Move this other die-hard. When we turn the switch to the on position. Ooh. That was cool. Okay. I'm assuming that the remote stays in the on position, so turning doesn't do anything unless you're pushing forward first. I don't want to tear up my foam. Oh. Oh. Neat. Alright, well, without tearing up our foam, put that back in the box. Can it drive over my hand? Without question. Not bad. Alright. How about the bulk of an arm? Probably not. Dang. So that actually has a lot of traction. Surprisingly. Let's go put it through a few more paces. And what I'm going to be using for a test of skill is what every married man has all over his house. Why? I have no idea. What they're for, I have no clue, and I'll never understand. But every married guy is going to have a ton of throw pillows around his house that his wife says makes it look nice. Which, honestly, it just gives you something else that you have to move off the couch before you can sit down. So we're going to start with one. Effortless. Alright. On to round two. Alright. Pretty much every awful pillow off of the couch. I have conquered the mountain of uselessness. Now it can't climb back up. That's disappointing. Let's just flatten things out then. Oh, Wipeout. And that is the Radioshack Sherman radio-controlled tank. I would say if you had the option, pick one of these up. It's actually a pretty capable little tank, considering how old it is. This is as old as I am. She is 35 years old and still kicking. So, pick one up. Highly recommended. Alright guys, this concludes today's retro review. Let me know what you thought of the Radioshack radio-controlled Sherman tank. If this video was at all amusing, or if you just like the tank, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.